superior game. It's more refined. It's had more patches, more love, more tournaments, bigger, better community full of people that have more attractive girlfriends, and they have better jobs, and they're taller. They have better complexions, and they eat better food and drink better water. It's a CoH2 player in the north. OrangePest is the USF. This guy's a god. He's a god. God damn it. And some CoH1 community guy, I guess. Cranksy's the caster. Introduce the Southern
Down
guys
in the bottom as Panzer Elite, one of the best factions in the entire game, spawning with 2 Kettenkrads start, followed by 2 Grenadiers. One of the best players globally, of all people, of all time, on the global scale. Shaolin coming in here out of the BNC clan, starting G43 squad, double ket to crush one of these wannabe CoH2 players that just don't really know what they're in for. Like, coming into this tournament thinking they can hang. Let's see how it goes, alright?
Oh,
Let's
man.
kick it off, AE.
He doesn't know what he's in for. He doesn't know what. This is a real player in the north. We got right anyway. Let's stop the fake.
Yeah, let's stop the rivalry. Let's relax.
We don't really care. We're all good here. We got Panzer Grenadiers Shaolin. Did you say double ket start? We saw that very well used by Dexen in the previous series. Let's see how well it goes on Angerville. Of course, you can cap the fuel from behind the hedgerow. I always like that little. It does help on the right side, doesn't it?
Well, OrangePest had a nice little start there. So he's pushed the Pioneer or the Engineer to the house immediately, right? And he's tapped it from the opposite side of the hedge, so the Grenadier's completely cucked. This is such a try-hard little strat that I had no idea. OrangePest knew about it. From the opposite side of the hedge, you can glitch your Engineers to cap the house, and there's no way to avoid it as PE. So OrangePest has done that. Cut him off completely. Really nice play.
Warped into the house. Yeah, I mean that's why is very much you bobbed wire low enough down so you can stop the warp. It's cool that I mean clearly Cranksy's hyped that OrangePest even knew about that, so that's awesome. Rifleman forced away by the G43s. Awesome. Of course, the Kettens were doing work, but the Jeep is out. OrangePest apparently has been speaking to Dev M on the PMs on the sly a little bit, and getting a few tips from him. So Jeep's not a bad unit to utilize if you've been speaking to the Portuguese Maestro, the highest micro player in Company Heroes history, or one of thereof. Certainly CoH1 ever saw.
Ooh,
and
Jeep, this Jeep 3 kills Vet 1 already.
Did you say 3? Could be going to 4, dude. It could be going to 4. It could be needed early. Jeep wipe. He gets a bit caught up on the apex of that shed there. One more shot. Does not want to hit by the flak Violigs. They're waiting for him and backs away. That could have been so much worse. Could have been so much worse. In fact, the tank trap that he planted made it worse for him.
Well, looking at the map control, OrangePest doesn't have any fuel income. That's one of the negatives. But the major positive is this Jeep is causing havoc, man. And honestly, like, the map control from OrangePest is about to just start snowballing because the PE can't really do anything to counter this amount of aggression. Like, you've just lost your squad, had to force it to retreat. Vet 1 on the Jeep is about to start owning all of your Grenadiers, and your 2 Kets are just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess we just cap the left-hand side and give up on the right-hand. So,
dude,
good aggro from OrangePest.
It's really good, and to be honest, for Panzer Elite to lose that southeast quadrant is terrible. on Angerville, that's their bread and butter. Is that quadrant, you know? That's their base of operations to launch from. And now they're going to have to assemble ATHT play on that western field. They're going to have to build slowly because OrangePest is dominating the east at the moment.
Yeah, this engage on the strat point, the G43 is going to have to hold ground. It should have held. Yo, you killed 2 models. You should have stayed. And the 1 squad leaves the house. The Jeep, the rifle force to retreat.
Look at the Panzer Elite in the the sensor. It's so low health, but the Jeep can't finish this off. He's got a too wide of a driving arc. He's going to have to keep up his efforts over here.
Shaolin had the strat point cut off. He was versus a 4-man squad with the 2 Grens, and they somehow crit 2 of the models. And then he's like, nah, I gotta retreat. Because before that, he was losing. The crits hit, he was winning, and then he's like, oh, I still have to retreat. So, bit of a miss micro, in my opinion, but damn. OrangePest gonna start snowballing left-hand side now. There's not enough PE to actually compete.
Alright, yeah. I mean, the bad news for OrangePest, by the way, is the Kettenkrad is eating up the west of the map. The only person to have high fuel and ammunition for any amount of time has been Shaolin. Or Zulu. Let's call him Zulu. I find that easier, I think. Is this the
Oh, there's
Zulu,
another
by the way?
player Zulu. There's another player Zulu.
This is Shaolin Zulu. This is Shaolin. Okay. Shaolin. My bad. Anyway, so Engineer's still doing well. Finally, he's going to get high fuel. He should have had this earlier. Maybe that's CoH2 player woes. No, the strategic points don't do crap in Company Heroes 1. You have to get the big boy points.
Shaolin's not Simply. No. Simply is not attending this one. He's busy this weekend.
Amazing
Different
amount of
players.
Co1 tournament level players. I must admit, I am surprised by the average caliber of people wanting to play Co1 tournaments. It's actually higher than Company Heroes 2 1v1, like the average median player level.
It's quite interesting. Like for a long time there on CoH1, there was the known players. You knew the top 10. You knew the same players overall, and then I guess over the past like 2-3 years, like these other players started popping up, and they were like, hey, we actually want to compete. Like, let's go. Let's get in some in-houses, and they were happy to lose and take their bruises to learn the top level play. And they've actually like evolved really well. So you see players like Zulu coming out of that like kind of time chamber, I guess, of like versing the pros and adapting and evolving and getting to that level. And Shaolin's one of them.
Seeing tournament level Co1 play is just a treat. Because I watched some Auto Match games cast them recently, and I really like had a pit in my stomach. I was like, is Co1 as good as I remember? And then tournament play today reaffirms just how good it is. Like, I was cringing when I was watching, no offense to Songs, but Songs was replayed the other day. I was like, oh no, this tournament's going to suck. But today we've been treated to some great games already. OrangePest under duress, though, here. G43 Grenadiers got the snaring shots off there. Jeep, by the way, is up to 5 kills, though. That's not bad, eh?
The Jeep's absolutely bullying the Grenadiers, man. Like, they were trying to jump for that cover. The Jeep just parked in front of it out of nowhere, and the Grens are like, I've regretted my decision to run across this field. Like, now I'm stuck, no heavy cover. Jeep there, getting 5 kills with veterancy. And they're completely isolated. We've got a T3 on the way from the PE player. So he's trying to get an armored car out, but it seems late. Like, the American player, if I jump over to OrangePest income, he's got the fuel for motor pool, and he has the map control.
Is it 40 for motor pool, 30 for the M8? Is it something like that?
It's 45 for the motor pool, and then 30 for the M8, and
oh,
50
it's
for the
5 off.
supply yard.
CoH2
Yeah,
casters,
5 off.
crap. I don't know
Nah.
what I'm doing, guys. Fire me.
it's
Get
fine.
rid of me. I'm joking. But seriously, the build time's the only problem here. But other than that, OrangePest is absolutely on rhythm, which is really impressive. The M8 should hit in a decent amount of time-ish. But
Like, we saw the last game with Dexon versus Green Beret, and the M8 and the AC popped out at the exact same time, and that means the USA player is well ahead. Like, that should not happen.
Yeah.
So the AC should have a bit of free reign for about 20 to 30 seconds before the M8 even pops. So from the looks of it, OrangePest is ahead because he's about to get his M8 within maybe 10 seconds of the AC. Something along those lines. So he's actually going well. He's got good map control on the right hand side. Nothing can really contest with that. The two Kets are honestly cucked by this Flamer squad in the house. It's just kind of like, I can't engage anything. So yeah, let's see it.
Maxo says no heal. Don't worry about the heals, bro. Just get your M8 out as soon as possible. OrangePest is all about getting an early tank or vehicle out. His CoH2 training has led him to that assumption, and he's applying it to Company Heroes 1 here. And to be honest, he's done well. Don't forget, the Jeep has been doing a lot of the manpower attritional work for him, so the rifles haven't actually been, you know, getting hit on the nose quite as much. So yeah, it's worked well there. But we do see that Shaolin does have healed Panzer Grenadiers, and they are pouring onto the field. So maybe, getting burnt alive here. Maybe he's going to have a moment of map dominance until the M8 hits, I feel.
The PE's got heals, the PE's got an AC. The American player is in a position where he had to stop reinforcing all of his riflemen. He lost a bit too much in that engagement, so he's got to stop reinforcing, and it delays his re-attack onto the map. But he's getting his M8
First squad
out,
wipe!
so
First squad wipe,
see
dude.
it.
Engineer dead. Sorry to interrupt your point there. Sorry about build order.
AC dominance should be in place here. So him killing that squad, it overextended pretty hard for it to still be sitting there trying to kill the Cat. Big greedy.
Yeah, here he is, the M8. Gonna get those upgrades ASAP. First one, of course, will be the skirts. AC's gotten 3 kills, but he's got a lot of work to do to catch up with a 5-kill Jeep. Well, 2 more kills besides. There's one of them.
Ooh,
Here comes the M8
AC
straight down the road.
run.
Oh,
Nicely
nice
done.
first shot. And Jeep comes in behind his bigger brother just to, like, say, can I get some too? I've been here for longer than you. Let me help out.
Well, he's a veteran. He's just telling him. He's like, hey, this is what you're going to do. Like, that's an mate. This is how you get killed.
I love it. How could you do that, man? Kill Panzer Grenadiers like that? Ah, easy. You just don't lead them so much.
Yeah, just don't stop holding the trigger down and you'll get him, man. It's good to go.
Love it, bro. Love it. We have a double high fuel, though, so OrangePest may have been winning, and we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, I must say. He may have been winning on the manpower front. If we could pull up stats like we can in the later game, we would see that he has a higher KD, definitely. But higher fuel income has definitely been coming in for Shaolin Yankee Zulu. So do not sleep on that.
Alright, left-hand side's a real heavy focus for the PE, which means USA is free to take right-hand side, and you should notice that pretty quickly with the AC being over there. So you're going to see OrangePest, if he's on his game, he's going to notice, okay, cool, I have to just rotate my entire army to the right-hand side and avoid the ATHT, the AC, and just focus in on the right-hand side.
Exactly, my friend, because of course the long open sight lines on the left-hand side of the ATHT makes it really powerful. You want to control and dominate the east.
That hedge is like a massive key for the USA to win this. You can just park behind the hedge with the M8, and the ATHT is just kind of like, I can't get a clear sight line, so I'm just like stuck behind the hedge. That's it.
Quick question for you: of the original 3 CoH1 Daddy maps, Langang, Semanglang, however you want to call it, which one's your favourite? Which one do you think's held up the best over the years of
I think
play?
Lang is the best, my preferred by far. But I'm just Wehrmacht player, so like.
Okay. Ooh, again, engineers getting eaten up here. That's a second engineer wipe. You heard it here first. Lang's the best, apparently. Engineers aren't the best, that they've died. 2 of them have died. Now he's now left with no engineers. Oh dear, oh dear. I do know that, by the way, OrangePest has been going armor company in his auto match game, so maybe we could see some field repairs later on. I'm yet to have confirmed what his commander choice is, or his, sorry, doctrine choice is.
Yeah, I think this map is Allied favored versus Wehrmacht. So like, if USA versus Wehrmacht, I think it's American favored. But versus PE can have really good games on this. I think the ATHT on the right hand side, very overextended right now. This is a pretty big issue, and it's running slow, which means it's got focus fire on, and it hits 2-in-1 on the house. So this rifleman squad is just kind of chilling a bit like undercut. Gets another hit, 1-man rifle squad nearly gets wiped.
Oh, I know, right?
By the ATHT.
Yep. Having some good fun. What about that tank trap from OrangePest early on? I think it's really starting to come into its own now.
It's an interesting one, yeah. It's really screwing the vehicles over. You can't get any heavy vehicles in there. I guess he's like practiced that a bit and said like, oh, if I put it here, you can't get any AC or a mortar half track or anything without it like messing up a bit. So it's a good advantage for him. The ATHT overextends into the M8. The M8 gets damage engine from the mortar half track.
That
Rifle
mortar and now the rifles,
down.
indeed. Sturmgewehrs could polish him off. That's a negative cover road. He's dead. Don't even look, guys. He's dead.
Nice. M8's damage, man. He should be chasing with the ATHT. He knows there's nothing else except 1 more rifle squad to support that. But he decides there could be mines and he backs off. So from Shaolin's perspective, it was a good win, but he could have pushed the advantage there, but he decided not to. He played it a bit safer. He's going left-hand side, deny this fuel cutoff from the NG with the AC, and he's going to start recapturing the right-hand side.
Yeah, I think Shaolin is eking his way back in. He never lost fuel control, don't forget. And OrangePest has gone for a second M8. He's going for an aggro, aggressive push here. He's going to go for micro over matter. He's going to go for tactics over strategy. He's just going to go all in and hope to win the game quick and easy. Well, I suppose it's a strategy, isn't it, in itself? You know, a rush strategy. But let's see how this works. Let's see if he can make it happen. How do you feel about it?
I think it's a bit late to do it, but from my side, it's the strategy versus PE. Like, one of the problems PE has is their anti-tank. Like, if you go armored half, like ATHT, and you go mortar, like, you do a tread break and kill 1 M8. But if there's 2, it's a pain in the ass. You can get 2 ATHTs. If there's 3 M8s, if there's 4 M8s, 5. If they start spamming these units, you have to match the anti-tank, and it becomes like a real gamble arms race to see who can get the most vehicles. But it's pretty late for that. So like I feel like 2 M8s, you know, it could do some damage to these Grens, but I don't see it doing too much. I think the Panthers are going to pop eventually within the next 5-ish minutes.
Really?
And we'll see some Panthers,
Oh,
Panthers
man.
popping.
Panther battle group incoming. 1,000 manpower needed for the Panzer Elite player, and that would really put an end. But here comes the double M8 pushing. Mortar half track could be a target of choice, but the ATHD is nowhere to be seen. He's just going to have to back away from that. Maybe the time to get some mines down, perhaps?
Oh, way too late for mines. I think from OrangePest side, he's going to harass with his M8s, but he needs to start focusing on stickies and AT guns, like, pretty quickly. The motor pool positioning as well, I don't know if it's like an experience thing, but it's in a far spot. If you get AT guns, they're going to have to walk from the backside of the base all
That's
the
a
way
really
across.
good point on Angerville. Have you seen the size of this base sector? AT guns move slowly. He does have a third M8 building. Oh my, he's going for an M24 strategy. This is going to be very interesting indeed.
It would have been sick earlier. It would have been so sick earlier. But this Panther battalion's unlocked, man. We're looking at a 600 manpower countdown.
Oh no!
Until Panthers hit.
You're joking me. Oh, this is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Thanks to the raid from Olvedi, coming over from the 2v2 tournament. Welcome to Company Azure. We'll be watching our boy OrangePest going for 3 M8s, the equivalent of a T70 view CoH2 nerds. Noobs, I meant to say. I meant to say noobs. I wanted to insult you more than the word nerd. And he's going for 3 M8s, and he's going to be up against 2 Panthers. So let's see how this one plays out, Cotton. Oh my.
This could be interesting. The ATHD is actually closing in on that M8. If it gets a disable on it, we're about to see the mortar finish it. For sure. Let's go. AT gun, left side. ATHD damaged, destroyed engine. Pull back the AT gun.
Yeah.
Mortar. M8 dives in on the AC. As long as the PE doesn't lose every vehicle right now, they're gonna get Panthers and be good. There's 4 M8s on the map. This is what I'm talking about.
He needs to pay for himself, bro. He needs to pay for himself with the M8s whilst they're here.
There's two AT guns, ATHTs versus 4 M8s. At this point, the USA has the advantage.
Can he get it? He's coming in now. He just needs to pay for himself before the Panthers hit, because, to be honest, he'll be alright against the Panthers as long as it's not M8's entire build. If he wipes out the entire flotilla of light vehicles of the Panzer Elite player, he pays for himself. It's fine. And he's doing that right now. He gets the AC as well. So, fortunately for OrangePest...
AT gun, he's going to tread brake, he's going to refresh the ability. He doesn't have any ammo, though. He's only on 28 ammo, he can't use the tread brake.
Both players are looking okay. How's that Panzer Elite manpower coming along there, Cranksy? What we're looking at right now?
We're looking at a 150 manpower countdown.
Oh, he's had to reinforce all of his... Oh, countdown, my bad. Countdown, wow. But did the M8s just pay for themselves? That's the question. How many Panzer Elite vehicles did he destroy? Was it 2?
You lost an ATHD, an AC, a CAT, and that's it.
3.
You gotta repair that mortar. The mortar should have died, man. I would have dived that and stayed in the fight a bit more, but didn't happen. So let's see. Right hand side, Gren's recapping. They've got nothing to actually counter these M8s. So as soon as they start poking, they're gonna retreat.
He's going for another one. No, OrangePest, no! They've paid for themselves at this point. That's when you pull back from this crazy strategy. You pull back at this point. Oh, man. That's what I was saying, because he'd already gone too deep on M8, so he had to make it work there and then. It has a limited timing window, and here they come. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. OrangePest went for a 5th M8 at exactly the wrong time there. The wall's being crushed, and OrangePest's dreams will be getting crushed right now. He's strategically hard-countered.
He's queuing up another M8. He's gonna notice as soon as he sees this, as soon as he sees the Panthers, he sees it now, he's like, oh shit, I fucked up so badly. Cancel the half built, he builds an AT gun. Nicely done. Good reaction. He goes, oh, not a good spot. If these Panthers base dive the USA, that's over. It's game.
Yeah, it really is.
He's so scared of mines. Like, this is the main problem with PE. If he's not
scared...
His
AT just hit a mine, so he knows to be fearful of them now. They've been planted, and then the big boy... there is one, by the way. There is another mine planted on the north side of the base there. He's going to need 2 anti-tank guns. Will he even reinforce this rifle? He will. Oh, man. He did indeed go armor. He's gone for right. Left side is field repair, so this will be the Pershing side, I believe. Is that right, Cranksy?
Left side's Pershing? Yes.
Yeah,
I doubt
yeah.
he's gonna like it's kinda hard to say, but I doubt he'd go Pershing. It's more likely to go
No,
like
no, no.
American War Machine. The repair ability is so good to have, but Pershing's a bit sketch first PE because they're gonna just
Definitely.
ATHT immobilize you. This ATHT is going down though, man. This M8's are diving it.
Oh, yes. Come on, OrangePest. Needs to make these M8s work whilst they're still alive before the Panthers can catch up with them.
Nice. Mortar's chilling. He's like, I've got the immobilized one, but there's 2 more to actually counter the mortar. He's like, oh fuck, I can't actually do anything. The Panthers should be rotating. They are. Let's go. Let's go.
Indeed. He's got the AT
Oh,
good in
big
position
mid
as well.
Mid's happening.
No
Double
mines in
Panther
mid.
closing in.
M8s need to split. One's going forward into the mortar. The Panthers are spoilt for choice. AT gun needs to work overtime right now, but the first shot bounces. Of course it bloody does. The 2 M8s are caught in the southern district. They need to be
One goes
uber
down.
careful.
Immobilized one goes down. 2 M8s. They're so damaged. They're so damaged. Stickies fail to get off.
The enemy is down to 300 points.
Ooh, the
M8's take a hit. The
person
second M8 goes down. One more, 1 HP. The 2 rifles are trying to push in on the Panthers to get stickies off. It's not going to happen. Shaolin is on his micro. G43 is putting down the damage while this M8 tries to get out of town.
Dude, the micro there, he timed the Panzer 5 going forward in perfect precision. The stickies were not able to initiate, but the big news for me is that vetted M8 somehow survived all of that. To survive with 1 M8 and take out all of the Panzer Elite light vehicles, to me, he's not traded perfectly, but it doesn't mean the game's over, because if he hadn't been able to push in and kill the Panzer Elite vehicles, yeah, it would have been GG. And another AT gun coming out.
Panther dives! Dude, the Panther's going in. Yo!
Oh! Oh, he gets it. All 5 M8s down now. The battlefield is littered with M8 carcasses. This is not good.
57 crew, ready for orders.
OrangePest, 3 rifles, 2 AT guns, 1 NG. Lost the fuel on the left-hand side. There's still a bunch of grenadiers. Mortar half-track still alive. 2 Panthers. Rough position for the USA. I think it's a GG, honestly. Like,
You say
I
that,
have to
but
call it,
what's
like,
the
you
PE
lost your
infantry
strat.
like? What's the PE infantry
should-
like?
Ground out there.
they're heavy. They've still got like 5
Is
squads.
it?
Like, yeah.
What's the veterancy like? Because I'm looking at, I'm not looking at much. Forget
Yeah, I'm looking at, yeah, not a lot. Yeah, I got two MP40.
Oh, we got Volshemieger
yeah.
spawning as well, bro. These will upgrade. Think that's GG. Well played. OrangePest, what were you thinking, bro? 3 M8s was the perfect amount for what you were doing, not 5.
Oh, Volshemieger as well, pushed in on that AT gun. That's GG.
I have to say though, he gave it a good go. Just tried to make it interesting. Oh, he gets the salt in just about. He still gets it in there. Granks, he's insulting your game, bro. What do you think about that?
I actually agree with the strategy, he just did it too late. I actually do that strategy all the time. I spam M8s with fast deploy with tank dock, and it's an arms race. It's like, if they don't keep building ATHDs and they try to tech Panthers, you got a window to beat them with M8s before they get Panthers. And he hit that window too late. And if he did it early, he would have had a good time. But, you know, power to him. I appreciate the fact you come from a game, you jump into this foreign one, and you try to upskill and get there. Good effort. Alright, who do we have next? We've got game 2. I think you
Yeah.
had the replays. Yeah, you got to send me
I
this
do,
second
I
game.
will.
Who do we have? We've got a couple of replays coming through as well from the other players as well. I'm keen on this Smoko Stronger next. Then we've got a couple more coming through. We've got Revo versus Juice. We've got Son versus Zufi. We have Bulat versus Tiok. And Pepsi's just uploaded his first one as well.
Okay. I'm just trying to get our game 2 replay sorted.
Who do we have so far? We've got Sky versus BK. Both of those files were corrupt, but BK 1-2-0. Okay, and we're gonna trust that was a high level game that was a pretty good one. I watched the second game and I saw the crash report, but it was well established as a BK win for that one. Second game we watched the players. I mean, look, Happiness had some good games as well, but beating Tutorial 2-0. I think the same thing happened. So their game 2 was the same faction, and we just didn't know this stupid tournament rule where they can have the same faction game 2, so we just skipped their game 2. But yeah, Happiness came out on top of that one. And then Green Beret versus Dexon, causing an upset. OCE coming out on top. Green Beret coming in clutch and causing the upset victory.
Yeah, sorry, Batsuni. We've only cast 10 games for you today for free. Let us know if you're dissatisfied with our service. Yeah, I'll upload it to YouTube first. It was definitely the best series, and that we cast today. It was really good, actually. Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
And the Dexen one.
Yeah, the Dexon one was good. The Dexon one was good. It was a really good upset. Happy with OCE coming out on top. No bias, but like good times.
Maximum bias. Alright, it's fun though. It's all good. Alright then, say everything twice. Let me just reply
It's no
to them.
toxic bias. That's the main thing. Like,
Yeah, it's fun bias. Yeah.
it's fun. Alright, I'm paused at 5 seconds for this one. OrangePest coming in PE versus USA
Oh, I
Shaolin.
just loaded CoH2. That won't help.
Yeah, that's it. Let's jump into Go2. Let's fuck this off. Let's go.
Oh god. Alright, muscle memory coming into effect there, unfortunately for you guys. Let's crack on though. Let me just reply to the GF. Keep my house in order. Hang on a second. CNI, haha. Sounds American.
Just say earning money, streaming company here is one. You wouldn't
Oh yeah,
understand.
definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
Good strat. It's a good strat. Alright, who's the best? Top 10 players go through 2 right now.
CoH2?
What's the player like tier list looking like? Who's the
Well,
there's
Isildur's the
usually
best.
like a top
Isildur is
3.
the best Coming of Heroes player of all time, series wide, because he hit the maximum peak. He's this engineer dude that basically like got the micro down to such precision, he became like a mechanical monster. I will describe him. And keep in mind that I'm a huge CoH1 nerd, and I could rank you all the CoH1 players like from the back in the day easily. Then you got Nagano, of course, who's both CoH1 and CoH2. He won the World Championships this year. He's pretty fucking good. Love Nest, who is the CoH2 player CoH1 players wish they played against, because he's got that classic mentality that he would have been really good. BK mod test attests to that. And then after that, it probably goes Ashablaw from Korea, best Korean player. And then you've got, after him, you're probably going to go with Inkauna, 18-year-old from Romania. Really elitist and really, well-schooled in the fundamentals. He's got a CoH1 style mentality as well, really aggro. USF is his favourite faction kind of thing. Then after him, you'd probably say Alpern, got second place GCS3. And then after that, it kind of goes pick 'em. I did a CoH1 list, actually, the other day that a few people were kind of happy with. I want to see what your thoughts are. Let me have a look.
The CoH1 list, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I know
but-
Nog. I know Nog from back in the day. Me and Nagano used to play this shit all the time.
But he was
So,
rank
like-
18-ish back in the day. He really kind of got good during CoH2, which is weird if you think about it. He got better at...
Nagano is always top tier, by far. This is a funny thing
Do you
with this
think?
tourney
'Cause
right now.
I speak to Dev M Strong a lot, and they didn't think that. They thought, he was okay. He just was...
Yeah, it was like a weird thing. We had CoH1 going, and they were these top tier players. And then I remember me at the time, I was top 50, not top tier. And then we started. I think I played Brits a bunch, and I started beating some top players, and then we beat BK and Fire Ball and all that, all those players, and it started
Oh,
like
yes, yeah.
snowballing from snowballing from those replays, and it was like, oh shit, like starting to beat the best players, and then you start figuring out, oh, I'm Brit and I know what's OP.
I
so
do
let's
recognize
like,
your name as a top 2v2 player from back in the day, but I
yeah,
didn't think
it
you
was
were
like,
that good Co1, 1v1, sorry. Obviously, maybe
yeah,
since
I
then.
just did 2v2s, and then I was like, oh, I figured it out.
Who's
This
your
is how we play
favorite?
it.
Who do you think the best 2v2 team of all time is? Because I've got an idea, and it might be surprising to you. I think.
2v2 team. I mean, we did a range team back in the day. The
Mm,
problem is, like, when I joined in, I think BK and Fireball were the best at the time, but I never
yeah.
versed any of the other teams. That was the problem. So, like, I think it was me and it was Kento Shogun. Me and Kento, we had like some undefeated 150 win streak or something like that, and we were beating the best players. And then when people beat us, that was like a GR post on that forum where everyone was like, "Oh shit, this is fucking sick. We finally beat these AT players." But that was like the time we got in, so we missed the classic teams. Who's the best team in your mind for 2v2s?
Best team ever. Okay, this is your passion point. I would say, and this will be really controversial, probably Jeep Symbiosis, the original like Dutch Jeep guy.
Hmm.
I just thought they were awesome as US, but also I only know the two best US teams in my opinion. You had them, and then really controversially, right at the end of Co1's peak, you had what the hell was that guy's name? Oh man, kill me! They wrote a guide on US players 2v2, and it was 17 pages long, and they were really really good. They had an incredible win streak, and
Was it Gabe? Was it like Nihilism 101? Because he was fucking insane back in the day.
something like that. Hook and Nosley were good, yeah. Caulfield, yeah, definitely.
Huck, yeah. Wilson.
But
Huck's funny, man. He came back and played for a bunch. We were like getting back up there. It's just
anyway,
it lost like
this is my 1v1 tier list, right? Okay, you ready for this? And I can argue each, and you can argue against it. So we'll get into game 2 soon. But this is fun. So number 1, Aimstrong, and this is only based on the reputation players had for him at the time. At the time, like you ask any top level player in 2011 to 2013 who the best is, they would say Aimstrong. And I spoke to all of them. I was in that scene at the time, and his replays were idolized. He like innovated so much play back in the day, and he won every big tournament he could. I think he won 2 massive tournaments. I'm talking $1,000 tournament 2010. And then he won another huge tournament, loads of game replays, WMD tournaments and stuff.
I think from my side, I missed the tournament hype and being good at the game because I think I was 12. I think I was 12 years old at the time when these guys were like top peak. So, like I remember being in the game when the game kind of kicked off, and I was playing basic matches with random people, just learning the game. But like, look at the leaderboards, you see these players like Seb, Aimstrong, Devem at the top, and you'd be like, "Oh shit! Like these guys are good." And I became good. I think like a couple of years after that, where I was okay, cool. Okay. I started climbing, so
that's
I didn't
why
get the verse.
That's why Nagano was actually your tier when these guys were at the peak. So that's why it looks weird.
Yeah, because I knew Nagano, really Bullet, all those guys, Bravo, My Life, all these guys from like. That was the top tier when I was getting good, and then that was like, oh, cool, let's do basic matches and let's like figure the game out.
Aimstrong is a doctor by profession, so clearly like really academic. And he tells me he played Co1 so much he used to go to sleep every night and he'd just have Co1 in his brain. He would dream about Co1 every night. He played that much at such a high level. DevM was the antidote to him though. DevM was micro monkey, literally a young kid, way younger than Aimstrong by about 8 years, I believe. And he was able to be the antidote to him. He was able to counter him hard school. The only player that Aimstrong and Devon feared was Siberian Platoon. He had to go into the Russian army. And then, of course, you've got Alias, or Fireball, as you call him. I think that he just couldn't hack the big tournaments as much as the other guys. They were really
versus
good.
Alias a bunch. I remember that. That was back in the day. And I pissed them off so much, like BK and Alias, that when they beat us after like 50 games... It was like, oh, we're gonna post it on GR just to be like, here's the replay of that. That was a big deal. They were like, how to counter these fucking guys. They're playing double Brit.
I got Symbiosis next though. I just think Symbiosis like evolved the whole perception of the scene. Like, people concentrated on manpower control after him. Before him, it was like way more chaotic. Symbiosis like built up the idea of an individual life is worth saving rather than a squad is worth saving. He like pushed the scene on so much in his tenure. It was really interesting, but he did create some of the most cancerous play of all time as well with the artillery spam for USF. And then BK
Well, he just
Modtest,
camped. Did he camp like his resources? He was like, I can't lose a man right now, so I'm just gonna keep my manpower up.
Yeah, but then he was super aggressive when he needed to be. Yeah, he had balls.
That's the gameplay these days. Yeah.
He wasn't a pussy, but he was the first guy to like sit back, and that ended up being the best way to play Company Heroes. Like
that is the way to play. Like you put mines down. If I go, hey, if I engage right now with my rifleman, I might have an even trade. But it's shit. Like I want like an absolute snowball trade. I want to fight you, beat you,
correct,
and take the map.
Dude.
It's like
go back and watch
mentality.
this guy's replays. He snowballed so hard. He withdrew completely. Waited for both on map and off map. He wanted them to hit at the same time. The M8 to hit at the same time. All 3 rifles and 2 flamers to converge at the same time. And he didn't engage.
That's like a lot of players miss that understanding of the game where they will just keep fighting. And I'm like, why are you still fighting? Like. You're in an advantage.
Exactly.
Stop fighting.
Dude,
relax. Take your advantage.
Players don't get this, but the best ever players get this. That's Talisman, Love Nest, Nagano, Isilda, the best players that came later. So Symbiosis was like pioneering how the game is played at its peak 8 years in advance. So although he never really won anything, I just rate him really highly. And then
the strategy that he implemented, you're like, yeah, that's it. That's
and then I got to rate really highly as well, BK Modtest. But the only thing that draws him back is he never really stopped a rusty Nagano and Devon when they came back. They went toe to toe with him. That should not have happened. He was on form. He played CoH1 every day. How could they come back and get to finals and beat him? Shouldn't have happened by any stretch of the imagination, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I watched those games. I watched Nagano. So the previous tourney, Nagano came back and he was like, "I need warm up." So we played some warm up games, and it was within 2 games. I was like, "All right, you ready?" I was like, "Okay, cool, you're good to go." Like, it was that quick. I was like, first game, I was like beating him in all these engagements, and then I was like, "All right, cool." GG, and he's like, yeah, GG, nice play. And then like next game, I was like, oh fuck, like what are you doing? And I was like, oh okay. And then I was like, oh, I beat him just, and I was like, that's pretty close. Next game, I'm like, okay, man, GG, you're ready. Like I'll catch you later. Like fuck on, leave me alone. It was good progression, and he like got unrusty very quickly.
Oh man, let's go over to the next game anyway. We've given it enough now. Enough chatting.
Yeah.
My top 5 I think is legit. Anything after that's probably all over the place. I probably don't know what I'm on about after that. Let's get into this next one. I think did I send it to you, bro? Have I been talking?
Yeah, someone Shaolin versus OrangePest. Shaolin USA top.
Oh,
and,
good man,
OrangePest PE. 5 seconds in.
Got it sorted. It's just good to talk about CoH1. I love this scene. It's so nice to start feeling like we're all part of the same shizzle from time to time.
I'm just keen on CoH3 because I feel like there's going to be a good period, at least 2-3 months, where everyone's in the same community and we just get to have these games. Everyone's like, oh, I never got to verse this player. They jumped to CoH2 or they're in CoH1.
Could you imagine?
It's like we're just going to mix in, have some
Love
basics.
Nest or something.
These basics are going to kick off. It's going to be sick. It's going to be a good time.
The 2 best German players of Company Heroes of all time are Love Nest and BK Modtest. They have never played each other. Think about that. That's going to be badass.
That'll be so sick. All right, let's send it. You have 5 seconds. You do the countdown.
I will be very soon, my friend. I'm loading in right now.
Nice. BK, hello in chat. What's up?
Bullshit, Necron. Bullshit. I've been with Love Nest when he's gone 7 hours in live conditions for thousands of dollars up against some of the best players of the world. He's like fucking god level player. Can't just count out the stuff we've done in the CoH2 tournament scene. Maybe you wish we'd done it for the CoH1 game, but we didn't, unfortunately. Anyway, let's get rid of the message hide. Let's get Zoom hacks on the go.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the current CoH1 players are going to be having issue with that list because they feel like, hey, we had our time, our legacy is cemented, we're the better player. And then it's like, dude, like, you know, back in the day, there was 20,000 people viewing replay. Now, like on Gyoko, it's like, you know, you might be lucky to get like 100 plus. Like,
I'm
relax,
impressed
you're
though,
not at the
bro.
peak anymore. There's still a scene, and definitely like you progress the meta, but like not many people know about it. So like, relax.
Yeah, exactly. I'm impressed that the scene is still so strong. I am like way more impressed than I would have anticipated. Like it's genuinely really interesting to be fair, but there's not enough tournaments going on. The fact that OrangePest is able to even go like toe to toe with people in auto match is not good. It's not a good sign that you're as good as you think you are. But the
He's
only way you
down
can get better
0-1.
is
He's down 0-1 right now.
he's down 0-1. Yeah. I know it didn't win, but if with a bit of meta understanding, he could have won that. But all I'm saying is, with more tournaments, it would be an amazing scene because there's clearly more players of a decent standard willing to play in this tournament. Like we got 36 sign-ups immediately. That's awesome. So with more tournaments, I think it could have overtaken CoH2 if it had like money backing.
Yeah, the
It
money
would have
back
been
is the
really
issue. Like, you
interesting.
can't make a career out of this. So, like, most people doing this as a hobby. That's it. You just go from there.
Bang on, bro. Bang. It could have been really interesting coming here as one with like more tournaments, definitely. Let's go over to the game now.
All right, let's send it. We have on Angoville, USA versus PE, top
Three.
Shaolin versus
Yes, we
bottom
do indeed.
OrangePest.
Let's
Let's
get this
go in
game
3,
live.
2, 1, go. We're on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We are indeed, and do not worry, Ursula. I will not get your feet wet as OrangePest Finnvargen goes forward. And what are we going to be seeing from our player? I presume from China. There's a lot of Chinese CoH1 players. Am I right in saying that?
There's a lot of Chinese and Korean. I believe Shaolin's from United States, and he's a
Oh, okay, fair
wannabe
enough.
like just Oriental. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna send Shaolin. Let's go. That's my name.
Yeah, represent your heritage. Why not? Why not? Shaolin Yankee Zulu. That's kind of in the name. He's representing both parts of his heritage and his current country as well. OrangePest, of course, from from Sweden. I always nearly say Netherlands because it's orange and that's their football team's colours. I've done that as a brain spasm for many times. Look at that! I like it from Zulu. Put in the replay the game name. I always think that's a pro touch.
Is that like a casual BM? Like, hey, this is game 2, round 1, and the guy's like, I know, I lost the first game. Like, fuck off.
Well, all the big players do that. Even Loveness does that. You cannot see chat in replays in CoH2, so I've always noticed like nice psychological touch here. Look at this from the Jeep straight down the road. Just like making sure you're not capping your +5s. I've just seen where the situation's at. Which side are you going for?
I'm gonna go for Shaolin. I think he's got a bit more experience, and the reason he has Yankee Zulu in his name is because his training partner, or like his in-house like mate, is Zulu, which is one of the
Okay.
best USA players right now. So it's a bit of like a fandom slash like respect to one of the good players in the scene. What he's actually doing with that Jeep. So it looks weird, like it's just AFK chilling, but he's actually scouting the PE base, and he's making sure the Panzer Elite's not going for T1, and he's cutting off that third grenadier from actually engaging the front side. So you'll see OrangePest actually react to this and pull back from the strat point because he says, oh, like if the Jeep decides fuck that, I'm going to come to the strat point, and there's a rifle and an NG, he's going to lose that fight. So nice little passive play with the Jeep, full scout information, and he knows exactly what's happening.
I really hope in CoH3 that Jeeps can see over hedgerows, at least see the outlines of buildings over hedgerows, because I want that kind of reconnaissance in CoH3, because it's something I really miss from CoH1. Just saying that for Twitch. I've already said that today to Cranksy, though. He's probably sick of me saying that. Anyway, we've got Panzer Grenadiers just hunting down the engineers. These captors +16 fuel, though. That's good news for Pest.
Yeah, just connected from the USA as well, so that income's just hitting. But yeah, Piers right-hand side, just kind of isolated. Left-hand side, USA with that rifle. NG top right corner, or like mid-right corner. Just kind of isolated, chilling. He's just like, yeah, I can't really cap. They're going to aggress me, so focusing heavy on that Jeep play.
Yeah, the Jeep, though, has not gotten any kills quite yet. 2 Panzer Grenadiers could be on its reversal path, but no, there's a rifleman to cut them off at the pass, meaning Shaolin has his plus 16 fuel for the time being.
Grenadier, NG, top, like middle right, they're going for that fuel point, and we're about to see that NG just retreat. G43 squad, there's no way you can contest. Rifles fighting the Grand Blob in the middle, both heavy cover, just kind of chilling. And this NG's going to delay, but retreat, like get out of there, it's not worth, yep. And
Shaolin showing us here how to play Angerville. You've got to use that tractor and the haystacks to your advantage and keep control of that cutoff if you want to have any chance of
this is the push. This is a push. The Jeep's about to push all the Grens. Rifles close in. Get them out of cover. Get all the Grens out. Just push them the hell out of there. And then we've got the Rifles about to attack move while they're in medium cover. And the PE is closing in. That Schrimwagen's about to close in. Put a mine down.
Ah!
Get out of there. Oh, or is it a trap? It's a mine? Nice. So he's tank dock. He's immediately shown that. Jeep survives the mine. And the Grens are forced back. That was a
sick play.
Hopeful play. Hopeful.
Yeah, I loved it. It's kind of he cut off the push though. Thankfully for him, he able to keep his +5s for now. He's maintained his +16s as well. And here we go. We've got Kampfgruppe Company for OrangePest. What's his next move there, Cranksy? What do you fancy for the Swedishman?
We're gonna go for AC. It's even map control right now. One of the main question marks is like that Schwimmwagen as the bike instead of the Kettenkrad. The only reason you would use that if you went tank dog. So he has gone tank dog and he's gone for mines. But the problem is early game he went for a G43 instead of putting a mine down quickly. So the whole time we've been talking about this Jeep as like the scouter and like jumping through the mid and having no congestion and just kind of like doing whatever it wants. If the Ket put down, or the Schwimmwagen put down a mine immediately, it would have countered the Jeep way early, and that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
So like, the fact he didn't do that, and he tried to like Hail Mary it with this play, kind of like, it's kind of
there
hopeful.
on the Panzer Grenadiers, but the
Massive, this flamer's about to kill the squad. Squad's about to retreat, nice.
Yeah, gets out of there just about. The aggro from the Schwimmwagen keeps him alive because of also the Jeep was going to fire through the window if he wasn't careful. Meanwhile, the US are making a push.
Right side, the G43 is trying to focus on NG. It's about to fully wipe the squad. The squad's about to go down. It's going to retreat. Oh, the double rifles kill it.
Damn,
OrangePest
from OrangePest. What was he thinking?
Really against the wall here. He can't actually reinforce because he's trying to get the AC out and he's trying to afford his reinforcements on his Grens.
Dodgy lost there. Probably too busy thinking about whether he should reinforce or build his AC, and he got caught with his pants down on the fuel there. Loses an entire squad. Where was his micro god when he needed it the most?
If you link this back to that Dexon replay where he had 2 Kets on the map, capping the map and having like that ability to just kind of freely capture the left-hand side while aggressing the right-hand side. It's what we're missing from OrangePest. I feel like their build order is not there. Like this, having the blob of Grenadiers is cool, but you don't have the capping power. And that Jeep is like a massive counter on the left-hand side. It's just chilling like, hey, as soon as you start capturing my territory, I'm about to kill your Schwimmwagen. And that's exactly what's about to happen here.
He's blobbing in with the Panzer Grenadiers. He needs the AC to be in. So, Jeep
AC's going to dive the Jeep.
Yep. So the Jeep
should?
Well, it should.
It doesn't. The NGs fall back. 2 rifles versus 4 Grens. Nice! The mine kills the Jeep on the left-hand side. The Schwimmwagen actually baited the mine. On the left-hand side, the Jeep went down.
Yeah, so now AC has free reign on the rifleman. Surely going to do a lot of manpower oppression. Indeed, forces all 3 away. Meanwhile, Schwimmwagen goes to play around with the cutoff, and OrangePest will claim his territory sectors back. So the pain didn't last too long there.
Wow, that's a funny bait into the mine. The Jeep should never have been there. Should never have gone that deep. But it decided to, so like we're in this position now. Motor pool underway for USA. AC's about to dive into the base just to see and scout what's happening. And he sees the motor pool, and he sees the 5,000 riflemen near the hills. Go back, OrangePest. What are you doing?
Yeah, that confirms.
Oh, half health. Damage engine.
Now.
Machine gun starts putting damage on. What are you doing? OrangePest overextended majorly, and we're about to put a mine down with the Schwimmwagen. Try to save the AC. There's no way this
He's trying
survives.
to cheese his way to AC safety. It's worked
Focus
once
fire.
for him this
Shaolin.
game.
Focus it. Just shoot. Just shoot.
I
Stop
think,
on the spot and shoot.
is it 3 more bullet penetrations to kill it there, or 2? Right? I
Is
think
it-
one's just hit.
Like one
He needs
volley,
one more
please.
shot, maybe.
One volley. Nice. Retreat. Go on. Get out of there.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there's only 2 squads. You got it, actually. Alright, cool. Nicely done. Shaolin kills the AC, which should never have happened. Grens are just chilling, and they're not enough to hold this push. And USA's about to just snowball on the left-hand side again. Getting an AT gun. Second AC is out. Rifles retreat back to the heels, which are up, which is nice to have.
No, Level Crook, that was not a CoH2 dive, that was just a bad dive. That happens in CoH2 just the same. In fact, you can get a main gun destroyed critical from a base MG in CoH2, so yeah, that was just bad from OrangePest. He got damaged engine from the base MG. It happens in, you should have known better to have such a fleshy, lightly armored car doing the work there.
Right hand side, the Flamer got 1 model kill, got Vet 1, which is pretty cool. And on the left hand side near that strat point, the Minesweeper sweep the mine the Schwimmwagen put down. So USA is completely clean on the left side to kind of push out with that AT gun. And USA is also getting supply yard 1 upgrades. About to see it start evolving. That AC loss is huge for the PE.
It is. Of course, you need 2 different buildings for it. You need to get the ATHT as well, so it really puts you behind to lose 1 vehicle from the first building you build. And yeah, it's going to put it back.
I think with the Jeep loss that happened, the pushback on the right hand side, I think OrangePest was really confident with his position, and he said, if I dive in and you don't have heals, I'm going to cause heaps of damage. But unfortunately, Shaolin did have the triage center up. The heals kicked in and the rifles didn't drop. And then from that position, you're already at half health with the AC, and you're just in a terrible position where you got to get out of that base. You get damage engine, it's over. Like, rough spot.
Had to ban somebody saying CoH2 is an easier game to follow. Just got to hard disagree with that. CoH1's art style is so beautiful to watch. Really does give you a clear depiction of what the hell's going on. The TAC map in particular is bloody beautiful. Really, the contrast levels of peak, absolute peak RTS visibility. All right, here we go. We've also got the ATHT now stomping its way onto the field.
Ooh, we have actually airborne from Shaolin. Strafe run coming in the middle.
Oh no!
Oh, big hits.
Oh, big hits! And his Panzer Grenadiers are in bits. Negative cover. That could have been squad wipes there.
That should have been squad wipe. That's unfortunate, but it did well. It fully pushed the Grenadiers off the map. AT gun still sitting in the middle. The AC is trying to dive on that. It should overboost to get there. It got a hit.
Yeah, overdrive engaged, and then he zips around the corner, but the rifles are there. I think he suffered a shot. He needs to get away from it now. He does get the AT gun down. Can he get past the... Well, he'll surely get past the engineer.
Engine's kill the AC, 100%. 100%
No, surely not. Surely not. Come on, OrangePest.
Oh, no way. Unlucky.
You got excited there.
I was going to say, that would have been fucked. I would have been so pissed. I would have been pissed as me. I'm like, yeah, my AC died to an NG. Are you serious?
Needs to attack ground this anti-tank gun now, but here come the riflemen to pick it back up. Oh, OrangePest, don't get hit by that, son. No, you'll be alright.
Second AT gun near the strap point on the left-hand side. Takes a hit on the ATHT. ATHT is completely isolated and will die. There's no way you escape that.
There you go. Out of control he goes. He's going to die next to the husk of the AC.
And if I'm Shaolin, I'm shooting the husk, getting that XP we were talking about earlier, where you get like that 3 XP. With 2 husks, it's not bad. It's not bad. And you can get some airborne squads like rolling a bit sooner.
These Schwimmwagen mines have been so well used by OrangePest, but
it would have been so good early. It would have been so good early if he cancelled the G43 on the first squad. Just decided I'm going to put mines down and counter the Jeep. He could have been in like a massively dominant position, but it doesn't work like that all the time. So fair play. Trying to do it later. The minesweep is already on the map, so I think like from a USA perspective, he's going to slowly creep out. Make sure there's no mines. At least they're not tellers, so his AT guns are safe, you know?
Yeah, true. That's third AC, if I'm not mistaken, on the field. He's kept the first one alive. He's gone for a defensive veterancy, which isn't the most often seen veterancy. Most people go for offensive. Got unvetted Panzer Grenadiers pushing in, showing low kills for OrangePest. In fact, the highest he's got on a Panzer Grenadier is 3 at this point in time. He's trying to flank the AT gun. He's going in indeed, but he gets sticky this time. Needs to do the work on the AT gun, then focus fire the rifleman, keep them out of dodge. Oh no, there he goes.
Ooh.
Second to die this game. Oh, can he get a kill on a rifleman? That could be some help for OrangePest when he needs it most there.
Alright, we're gonna M8 on the field. The M8 dives the ACs. The AT-HT already died. There's a Hetzer coming on the field actually from OrangePest, so interesting development.
This is why Luftwaffe is a good doctrine to go. You can actually pick up AT guns rather than just destroy them, which is always a nice bonus for Panzer Elite. Of course, he's done what Demare tells him to do, and that's go Hetzer, baby.
Gotta repair that AC. One more repair, like 1 second, you'll be good.
Oh,
Damage engine
I
gone.
mean, it's forced away immediately. That's good. Really
Fuck,
focus up.
this engineer in the top right, he's just chilling. He's got a flavor. He's ready to go.
Oh yeah, I see him now. He's ready to flank in when he's needed.
He's coming in. He's coming in. Nice.
Oh, 18 gun was destroyed. Engineers come in from the side. Really
No.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want it.
Left-hand side's fully open for the USA. We've got one Hetzer, one AC, a couple of Grens for the PE player. USA's also got that supply out upgrade, so they're actually getting good manpower income right now. Even if they don't have a lot of units, they got that like manpower upkeep that's keeping them having like 270 income, which is nice. It's good. It's a good spot for the USA.
He has no man's land in the centre of the field here. It's literally a territory set to have a little pond that no one has. Never quite understood that.
Yeah, that's bizarre. I don't really get that. Even as Wehrmacht,
No
it
man's land,
sucks.
bro. Makes perfect
It just
sense.
sucks. It makes no goddamn sense. Because if you're a Wehrmacht, you pop on for the fatherland. If you're in that sector, it's gone. You don't get the ability.
Oh, what's he doing with this armoured car? He's overdriving in for reasons. Gets another damaged engine. OrangePest, are you a professional thrower? What the hell was that? Why?
Is he confident? Is he confident or what? Like, I don't understand.
He's hyper confident in his ability, yeah, but that's inability.
Hetzer takes
man.
hits. Hetzer takes many hits. He's on 1 HP from that AT gun.
Dude.
That's over, honestly. Like
He had the
lost
micro,
AT,
but his
yeah.
decision making was so bad. I feel he choked because this is not like inexperience of CoH1 decision making. This is like nervousness of playing a game where he knows all eyeballs are on him, kind of thing. Because that
You're
was
a
just
CoH2
silly.
player. You better play well.
Yeah,
And
exactly. He
goes,
had that
"Oh,
pressure
like,
on him because
yeah,
that was not CoH2 play. That was nothing play. I don't know why you would do that twice. He's thrown it
He
completely.
hits the Hetzer AT gun. If it backs into that mine. Oh, he's
No,
pissed as well.
he gone.
He just walked into it. Yeah. Oh, AT gun starts sniping models.
Yeah. First clip I ever saw in CoH1, or one of the first clips of a cast, was AT gun kills sniper, 2009, I think. That was like biggest views on YouTube at the time.
It's absolute bullshit. I fucking hate that.
I
I'm
know,
like,
right?
why do I get snipers when I can just build AT guns? I can just counter my snipes. It's nonsense.
Anyway, there's
Not well played on my end. Game way too clunky for me to adapt properly, I think.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Damn. Yeah.
Oh man, I'll go to that.
He
I
played
thought he'd
good.
finished. I thought he'd finished.
Oh, come on. OrangePest throwing a bunch of shade.
No, dude. You played well micromechanically. You just had bad decision making, OrangePest. I think it's nervousness. There's no reason to throw 2 ACs in like that. That's not clunkiness. That's just like.
Oh, it's really
I don't
clunky.
know.
I accidentally sent my entire AC army into your base. It's like,
What's that got to do with clunkiness? It's not clunky. That's just silly. He played well. He showed he could hang with micro mechanics alone. But nervousness just made him do bizarre decisions. It's like no reason to throw his AC in like that.
I think the training from Dume and the
Dude,
Tawny
OrangePest, we
nerves
have
got
that
to
in
him.
CoH2. We had to use Tawny mode to iron it out. The reason was like Pumas and Scout cars were losing their main guns in the base way too often. So we had to make... That was the reason I originally made Tawny mode. So CoH2 Vanilla has the same shit. Of course it does. I just described the same shit. When a base MG kills the main gun of a Puma or a 222, same bullshit, man. We had to create Tawny mode to iron it out. Just don't like...
Alright.
just
We
don't
have to.
try
We
and-
have to jump into the next game because, like, this one I'm way too hyped for. We need to jump into
Okay,
it
if you
immediately.
promise me. Oh,
This
the
is
Spanky's
Smoko.
game,
Smoko
Spanky.
versus Stronger. I sent you game 1. Very keen on this one. This is a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Smoko.
Right. Give me a
IRL.
break, dude. Just give me a break. Just let me rest my brain.
Okay.
I'm not like, I don't want to be zombie casting this shit. I want to do a good job. So let me have a 5 minutes. You're way too hyped for me. You're just operating completely on adrenaline.
Dude, this is fantastic. You know, like OCE winning, Smoker's up next, OrangePest
CoH1
raging,
player
and,
winning,
and the
yeah,
clunkiness. He's like,
You're
fuck,
having a
man.
perfect
Like,
day, Cranksy. It's all going.
this
to
is not.
plan.
This is not bad. This is not bad. You know.
Would you press enter on your message in Discord, please, or something? I don't think you sent it me yet. Or was it the one earlier today? The
just
stronger
before,
thing?
yeah, just before the.
My
hangover one.
bad, my bad.
You're good. You're good.
sorry.
You're good. Bro, it's
Paste.
HelloFresh, man. You need a meal. You need a meal. You'll get mentally focused, and you'll be good to go.
Right, when you thought I was doing a HelloFresh thing in the middle of a game. Middle of a Green Beret game. You should have, like, killed me or something.
That was sick, dude. That would have been so sick. I mean, if I'm a company and I'm like giving you sponsorship and you're doing that, hey guys, hold on, like we're really gonna pause, and everyone's like, oh shit, what's going on? It must be serious. And you're like, we got a package of HelloFresh. We're coming in handy. Use my promo code.
I would have had to answer
Like-
the door to them, but I just love it looking at Can I look at my
That would've been
motherboard
so
for a
sick.
second? I'm so
Yeah. Send this PC. Show this to the stream. I want to see this.
Dudes, alright, I'll be completely honest with you guys. My Twitch and YouTube's been very good to me recently. I did that GCS3 tournament, and I got sponsors off the back of it because my views were like 1,500 for an entire weekend. So like all the
Nice.
sponsors thought I was a good streamer for that amount of time. So I got sponsored by HelloFresh for a good amount of money. Thank you, HelloFresh. And a couple of other things came together. Like, and now like I'm building a new PC, bro, and it's gonna be OP. I can't wait. Oh god, guys, I can't wait. It's gonna be like Ultra for CoH3 at launch. That's gonna be badass, man.
So some of the streamers have their streamer PC where it's like that's
Oh,
what it's streaming, and then they have their actual PC on the side, which is like something like that. Just rock 2 and have like one dedicated to streaming. Do that.
No.
No?
Just have one insanely, and I'm talking insanely good Area 51 PC, and then do both, and then optimize everything. You should be able to pump out like the Twitch maximum, which is like 60 FPS, 6,000 bitrate
Yeah.
on one PC, bro. Like,
You reckon?
yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. Have you ever tried to run 2 PC at the same time with all that stuff, like the cap?
It sounds like an absolute pain in the ass because you're gonna
It's
have
a
to.
pain in the
It would
arse,
be.
my friend.
It would be terrible. But like, as most of them do it, they're like, "Yo, I've got my stream PC and my actual PC," and I'm like, "Fuck that!" Like, but if you got
like,
it,
just
I mean,
optimize everything. I overclock everything and then I maximize it, and I've always been fine. It just makes my life more easy. So yeah, but I am having to upgrade essentially a very good PC to an even better PC, and then I'm going to sell the very good PC basically. It's pretty exciting stuff.
one of the sick things was like crypto is crashing at the moment, so you can just buy graphics cards for an affordable price.
Really? Because this one
Yeah,
just
like
cost
they
me crap
started
ton of
dropping
money.
down.
Did
Did they?
they? Oh, they're affordable
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
They're
But I
starting
don't
to
want to
drop
say
down,
what
yeah.
I spent on one. I bought a 3080 and
Yeah.
it was not cheap. It was
Yeah,
as much
it's-
as my first PC build that I ever did.
It's
When I was
it's
like,
slowly pulling down, but it's like, you know, if it's your hobby, if it's like your main thing, you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna spend money there. Like,
Yeah, you bang on.
Dude,
You
I
bang
got I
on.
got mates that are into like they're like mechanics, they're into cars, and they're always buying car parts or new cars or something like that. And they're like, "Oh yeah, this weekend I spent 2 grand on a car or 2 grand on this car part," and
And
I'm
that's
like,
not. That's just an upgrade or a spoiler or something, isn't it? You know what
"Yeah,
I mean?
yeah," and I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm playing games like all the time as a hobby, and it's just like I'll spend like 2 grand in like 5 years on a new build, but that's it." Like, and they're like, "Every weekend, just spending money." I'm like, "Oh, fair enough. That's interesting mentality."
Well, Konfuku, did you know that Spanky plays with my 980 GTX 980 from 2015? So I've been known to give CoH1 players my old GPUs. So maybe you should hit me up and send me some nudes or something. No, I'm joking. Please don't. I was
Maybe
thinking
that's the
like I could.
secret. Maybe that's the secret. I used to run a 980 as well, and I used to be really good.
Oh,
And then
they were
I
like really
upgraded
good
to
cards
like a
back in the day.
yeah, I got like a 1080, and now I'm like an old geezer. You know, like it's just not on the same
Yeah.
level.
No, dude, my the 1080s probably like there's no reason to upgrade them until the 3080 come out because the 1080 versus the 2080 was like not even that big of a jump.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I've waited. I've kept my 1080 running. I've done so much on it in the past 5-6 years, and it's going to be a good card. I'll sell it on Facebook. I think this time to
One
half.
one of the things like with COVID happening was you could work from home for work, so you could just say, "Hey, I'm working from home and I need a PC," and then your entire PC build is tax deductible. So you could just be like, "Yo, like I need it for work," and then they're like, "Cool." So you get a stand-up desk, you get a new PC, fully specced out, headset for obviously office meetings, which is a gamer headset, and like a mouse, and you just like, yeah, it's all tax deductible as part of the company, and they're like, "Yep, no worries, good to go." It's good, worked out well. Not financial advice for anyone in chat.
No, it's a good idea. I like that idea of a
But
stand-up
yeah,
desk because sitting down all the time is absolutely ruining me. As I'm now 32 and my back's messed up, my neck's messed up, and all sorts. So yeah, um,
fun, good.
yeah,
You stand
completely.
up for about 10 minutes a day, and then the rest of the time you're like, ah, fuck that. Back-
Yeah.
Preset
Oh
back
right, is that
down.
how it works? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're like- they're trying to sell like upsell the stand-up desk. They said, hey, we're gonna give you a rubber mat where you can stand on the rubber mat, and it's like a stamina mat, and you'll stand up for longer. I'm
Oh.
like, what the fuck is that? It's like, what do you mean?
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I sh-
apparently it's a thing. If you stand on rubber, you can stand for longer because it's like more comfortable.
Is it? I really disagree. I don't understand that logic because surely, like, once gravity has compressed the rubber becomes as hard as the floor.
Hard as, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So
They're
I
selling
don't
it.
understand any of this logic. Like,
They're
lying
like,
down on a
hey,
good
you want to
mattress
spend
is
100
important.
euros on a rubber mat? You're like, no, what the fuck?
Yeah, but lying down, your body is like has multiple curves and it's long, so you want
Yeah,
something that like displaces the area. But your feet are
but
small.
your feet are small. Yeah, like what the fuck?
Exactly. So you could fucking stand on anything; it'll get compressed to the same amount of hardness. Like,
It's
who are the
fucking
idiots buying
ridiculous.
this? I've got an auntie that buys all the stupidest shit. She has an interest-only mortgage, for example, so it's basically rent, more expensive rent. Um,
Yeah,
and then the worst thing she ever bought was like an abdominator. You like lie on it and you curl
mm,
with the abdominator. It does all the
yeah,
work for you. So you're not
yeah.
actually
It's
doing
like
a
one of those
crunch.
sleds. It's like a
Yeah,
sled machine. Yeah,
yeah, it's like a sled. So you're not even doing a crunch or a sit up. You're just like rolling in this stupid device. You could be like fat as fuck with no core muscles, and you're like, wee.
yeah. Dude, look at me exercising. You're like, okay, calm down.
But Yvel, I just need to wash this one. This is a Corsair keyboard, mate. It's mechanical. What do you want me to do, bro? It's good.
All right,
It's fine.
question. I had that keyboard. I had that keyboard before. Do
Oh
your
yeah,
keycaps come off at any point in time?
all the
Ever?
time, all the
Fuck,
time.
I hate that. I hated that
My
so much.
keys
I played.
fly everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, it sucks.
it's so annoying. I dropped something on it the other day. Something nearly hit me in the face, actually. It was like
Mm,
this sound bar I had up there. I was going to test it with my PC. It was heavy. And I was
yeah.
like drunk and I pulled on it. It fell on me. It missed my face by a whisker and it landed on the keyboard. And I had every single keyboard except for every single key except for three go flying around the room.
Yeah,
The room was
absolutely
messy.
fucked.
It's a miracle I found them all. I am so happy
Yeah.
I found them all, bro. Because like the smallest amount of resistance, like watch this, guys. If we just hit the keyboard now, I guarantee they'll all fly off. You ready? Ready?
Yeah,
This
let's
is stupid. This is stupid.
let's
This
go.
is
Let's
stupid
go.
as fuck,
Send
bro.
that.
Oh, it didn't work. But K lit up. That's fine. But if you like rake it, you see that 8 fell off. All I did was lightly rake it. Fell off. This is not an advertisement for Corsair at all. But like they just fly off.
Myself,
had
it's
a-
fucking annoying as I'm playing CS and I'm running down long and my W key falls off. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I'm just like completely dead.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad, man. It's bad. But there we go. I did invest in this camera overhead for streaming though. I thought if I was a good player, I'd want to see their keys. I'm terrible, but I just do as I want to see. You know, do as I want to see. Let's. Okay, I've had a bit of a break now. Just need a quick coffee, guys, and then we'll get
Alright,
into the
alright,
series.
I'm gonna jump in. Instead of Corsair, jump on the Razor vibe.
Oh
Razor
yeah,
like Black Widow
Black
keyboard.
Widow,
Like
bro.
that's
I
where
had
it's
one
at.
of them. Yeah, I poured
Yes.
beer over it. Let's not talk about that.
But it's the way to go. Like this Corsair shit, I was like, I'll try it out, like a new brand, like why not? And then I had that keycap thing where it kept falling off. I was like, ah, fuck this, like
Dude,
back
Black
to it.
Widow, Chroma, best keyboard ever. I just love it.
It is. It actually is. And Black
I
Widow, Razor,
poured
thank you
beer
so
on
much
it.
for the sponsorship, guys. Let's go. Like,
I wish. Could you imagine actually having a good, like a hardware sponsor or something?
I'm gonna add
Alright,
them.
guys.
I'm gonna add them on Twitter right now, and we'll just say, hey, we're like calling your product out. Let's go. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Give me a sec.
All right. All right, boys. Poll. Wait. I'm an admin in here. Let's wait on poll. How do I do this? Let's go. Who's up? Smoko. Oh, dude, this game's fucking sick. I forgot what we were casting because we were talking. All right, boys in chat. No excuse. Chuck in your votes to who's winning this. A poll is up in chat. Let's go. Thank you for the raid, Revo. Appreciate the raid. We're going through the tourney. We're currently maybe 4 or 5 games in at the moment, and we're currently jumping into Smoko versus Stronger, game 1. Got a poll in Twitch chat. Let's get some votes in. Who's winning this? Stronger, hailing from China, absolute mad lad. Came over in the past maybe 3 years, I guess, 2 years, and he's just been dominating the ladder. A feared player for sure. And then on the other hand, we have Smoko, a Marine veteran. All right. Got to emphasize that, a Marine veteran. Coming in here, primarily a USA player. Plays a lot of CoH2, plays a lot of CoH1, bit of a variety gamer, but pretty much top 20, something like that. Who's gonna win? I think you gotta vote. There's like a poll. Oh, everyone's voting. All right, I'm retarded. I never opened the poll. I always launch the polls. I never open the responses. Okay, we've got 3 people for Smoko, 5, 6 for Stronger. Okay, cool. We've got like a kind of 2-to-1 odds going. Do prediction not poll? Is prediction a thing? Oh shit! What is this? Oh, dude, this is way better. This is way better. All right, how do I change this? Loveness versus El Pern. I don't want that. How do I change this? The fuck? Okay. Wait on. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Okay then, I'm ready. Are you there, the dude?
Yeah, I'm here. All
You
right.
don't take
Look.
breaks, man. You're a trooper. You just go for it.
Yeah, it's all good. Wait, predictions in Twitch. Do you know how to do those?
We're doing
I
a
got a
poll.
Yeah, I got a poll, but there's a prediction thing, and the last one was Loveness versus Elpern.
Okay,
And,
so
everyone-
start prediction. What do you want? Like, who you who?
Yeah, Smoko versus Stronger. That's what we were going for right
You
now.
should be able
Just-
to do this, I think.
I can